Hello, Algebra 1 students. We're taking a look at this multiplication and division of inequalities. We have solve each inequality and graph and check your solution. So this first one I have x is divided by 5 is greater than or equal to -2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. When I multiply by 5, this becomes x only. I don't have to change the direction of my inequality because this 5 that I'm multiplying by is a positive number. So -2 times 5 becomes -10. Okay, so here I'm going to put a solid dot on -10, and I am going to shade in the direction of greater than. Little hint here, if you have the variable on the left side when you write this out, this is going to kind of show you arrow-wise the direction to go. For number 3, here I have -5 with that x. When I divide both sides by -5, because this is multiplying, I have to undo that to get x by itself. I end up having to flip the sign because I am dividing by a negative. So -30 divided by a -5 becomes a +6. This sign, notice, is flipped. I don't have the variable on the left. I could rewrite this way. So it goes with that little trick that I showed you over here. That's going to show you which way the arrow is going to go, okay, when the variable is on the left-hand side. So the x, this actually reads backwards. X is greater than 6. 6 is less than x, however you want to read it. So I have an open dot on 6 because it can't equal it, and everything greater than that 6. Here's a number 4, just to show you, and I'll I had to change the sign because I divided by a -12. I know I don't usually show the evens, but I had one done in class. This number 5, what you have to do is you have to figure out from this menu what's the least amount of snacks you could buy, what's the greatest number of snacks you could buy. Well, what I did here, I had to have more space, and you may need more space also. So the least amount is I buy like the largest size drinks for me and my 3 friends, and the most expensive sandwich, which is $7, and then that will tell me 3x how many snacks I can then buy. Okay, so I combine like terms, I solve for the variable, I end up getting 1 is greater than or equal to x. That will be, that will reach my $30. So for instance, I could like buy either 1 brownie or maybe an ice cream and a pretzel, or I could buy 3 pretzels because they're $1 a piece. So that's what I could be spending on. And then, well, 3 times 1. No, I wouldn't be. I would just be able to buy that least amount of snacks. Yeah, I would only be able to, forget this. I don't want that. I would just have that 1 left over, so I'd be able to buy a pretzel, and maybe you could break it up and share it with your friends, I guess. I don't know. The greatest amount of snacks, you are going to buy the smallest drink. You're going to buy the smallest sandwich, or the least expensive sandwich, at least $4, and then solve for 3x, and then so you're going to have $5 to spend, and that would get you at your $30. So you can get a brownie and an ice cream, or you can get 2 ice creams and a pretzel, or 5 pretzels, something like that. Okay, this is where you could get multiple. You'd have that $5 you could spend on the snacks. Okay. So, and last but not least, number 7, it says to list the multiplication and division properties of equality. You have this in your notes, and I have it written right here, and you could pause this as you need to write this down. Multiplication property of equality: if A equals B, then A times C equals B times C. And then the division property of equality states that if A equals B, then A divided by C equals B divided by C. In other words, if you can multiply both sides of the equation by the same thing when we're manipulating these in order to figure out, like, here I divided both sides by 3. So that's the division property of equality, okay? That's an example. All right, so hopefully this helps. And go ahead and try the even ones. If you make mistakes, no big deal. We learn from making our mistakes.